To return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down. But now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 2nd and 12, Watson buying time to his left. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. From the gun, Watson dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Here's Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On 2nd and 12, Watson. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. That was play number 7 on this drive. And got him 7 yards.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's third down.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Watson operating from the gun. He's got Fuller. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of...
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. David Johnson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front. Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for 2. To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Hey, box truck.
Throwing again. Herbert. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, Echo. Check 24.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And it's complete. Henry. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people
under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Eckler, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's coming.
Agreed.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Melvin Ingram able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Stills, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. On the ground, this is Johnson. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back.
Get ready. Listen, 19, in the car. You ain't doing nothing.
Watson operating from the gun. And that's complete to Cooks. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Set, 19, 59.
From the 50, it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Shit. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now Watson throwing on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Ready up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Push him back. Begin. Ready.
To throw again. Herbert. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. And taken right at the 35. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. On 1st down, it's Johnson. Derwin James, an all-pro as a rookie last year, up from his safety spot to make the tackle. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. On 3rd down, Johnson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game, his 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to... And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for L.A. 48 yards. Now Eckler. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun. Herbert. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this one is right down Broadway. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The field goal we just saw has this now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, get a little more free than what they're trying to get done on offense.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. The Charger drive about to get going. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. He'll look to throw. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. So